Moved from Leeds United to Manchester United in a move that basically announced him to the world. The rest, as they say, is history, but not quite. We'll get to all of that in just a bit. Welcome to Kenya, Rio Ferdinand. Karibu, Kenya. So let's talk about that move, actually. I remember it just like it was yesterday, the bleach blonde hair, the white suit. How would you say Manchester United changed your life?
Yeah, it changed my life definitely for the professional, for the better. I became a winner there. I was influenced by the manager in how to become a professional, how to become a leader, how to become influence in the dressing room for the good. And the most important thing, influenced how to win.
It's Rio Ferdinand! Oh, how fitting!
I think you can go into a change room like that of clear, successful players, and then you understand quickly what it takes day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, what it takes to win. So it was a great move for me in all aspects of my life, really.
Yeah, and you're talking about winning, the winning mentality that was there at Old Trafford. The 2008 side, I believe, absolutely incomparable. Huge differences, though, between that side and the side now. Many saying, look, the situation could be better. How would you compare the sides, your team, your squad, vis-a-vis now? And what do you think is ailing the club? And what do you think needs to happen to change the situation?
The manager was there for 27 years. The stability at the club was totally different, so it would be unfair to compare. But the club at the moment, I think, is in a position where the confidence is very low at the moment. The position in the league is not great, and something needs to happen. I think the manager, I'm sure, is trying. He's working, I'm sure, on the training field. The players, I'm sure, want to be better, but at the moment, they're not getting the results. The confidence isn't growing. There's no momentum, but it's disappointing. We sit here as fans. You support Man United?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. So we sit here as fans
since 1999, treble-winning year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you hurt, and people hurt. You try to look at ways of why and how, who, what. But listen, at the end of the day, the club need to remain together. The players and the management staff need to stay together to try and build and recover from the position that they're in.
Let's talk about your time at England. Of course, you did get a chance to play against some African countries. Which opponent would you say was the toughest?
Probably Nigeria in the 2002 World Cup. It was 0-0, I think the game was. Boring game. Both cancelled each other out, but some big players on show. And you always know when you play against the African countries, it's going to be a hard game, because there's an intensity of the games. It's going to be a quick, hard game as well. So yeah, it's always enjoyable, always tough, but fair games.
We were earlier on talking about some of the toughest African strikers you've played against, Drogba, Adebayo, Samuel Eto'o. But let's talk about generally on the global stage. Who's the toughest striker you've played against?
Messi, because he's just so great. He's just a ridiculous player. Sometimes you think he's sleeping and not in the game. All of a sudden, bang, he's gone. And his quality is just unbelievable. Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously. I played against him every day in training, so I got to know him a little bit better. But still, him and Messi, I think, are the best two players easily by a long way, and the best two players to play the game, I think, in terms of what they've achieved over a sustained period of time at that level. No one else has done that. But the Brazilian Ronaldo, he was something else. I think if he didn't have injuries, I think he would have been the best. But I'd say them three stand out as the best.
Interesting. I know you've probably had this a lot, the Messi-Ronaldo debate. We all know how highly you rate Cristiano. What do you think made him stand out, you think? I mean, you were with him every day for a certain amount of time. Is it the consistency, the discipline, the winning mentality, the hunger? What?
I think all the things you just mentioned there.
It's not filming now.
Is exactly hit the nail on the head. That's exactly why he is where he is. That's exactly why he has been at the top for so long. The desire to do that, get up and work and improve every day, You can't put a price on that, and that is definitely the reason why. Obviously, he has quality, he has the talent, but without the work ethic and desire, the professionalism, the commitment, he wouldn't be where he is.
What about your biggest football inspiration? Who did you watch back in the day, that just made you think, whew?
Maradona.
Yeah.
Maradona and John Barnes were my favourite players when I was growing up, because I was a midfielder when I was young. So I used to like the players with technique and skill and stuff. So yeah, they were my favourite. Maradona was the first player that I watched and thought, let me go outside and try to do something what he done.
Yeah.
It didn't work, but you try to go out and you try to replicate what they've done. So as an inspiration, I'd say them two.
So if you could attend one game, let's go back in time, attend one game that you weren't a part of in history, what game would it be? Tough question.
It's a tough question, man. It's a mad question.
But the world's most successful nation won a fifth.
Yeah, the 2002 World Cup. I think Brazil beat us, and the forward lines like Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho. If I could for one day just put myself in the number 10 role behind that to supply the chances for them guys. Imagine Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, and Rio. It sounds good, doesn't it? It sounds good. It sounds good.
Who do you think will win the Premier League, the Champions League, and why?
I think the Premier League, I think Manchester City are the team to beat. I think even though they lost against Chelsea the other day, I think which was good for the league because it opens it up. Liverpool now are top. But I think Manchester City over the course of the season will be too consistent. They'll be they're far ahead of everyone else. I think the way that they play, their system, their understanding of their manager and what he wants is far superior to any other team so far in the league, and I think that's what will get them over the line. The Champions League, I honestly think that if Liverpool and Man City don't face each other, they will be in the final. They can get to the final them too, because I think that they can beat all the other teams. I think Liverpool are a problem for every team in Europe. The way they play, the intensity, the speed with which they're attacking play. And Alisson, the goalkeeper, and Virgil van Dijk, I think have been great additions to their squad, which makes them stronger than last season. So who'll win it, I don't know, but I think they'll get to the final.
Thanks for your time, Rio.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.